Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Rabun County High School with Coach Jaybo Shaw of the Rabun County Wildcats. Coach, really appreciate your time, man.
Thank you. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to talk about football, especially being that you're 2-0 to start the year. That's always exciting. What is that like from you, not just to start the year like that, but to go 2-0 to start your head coaching career?
Yeah, it's really exciting. We've got a great fan base. We've got great support from our administration, and our student sections and our students are awesome. And this football team's great. I love these guys. Just really proud of them, the way they came out of the gate swinging, and the way we've started. We've got a long way to go. We got a lot of work to do to get to where we want to be. But what a great start! Really proud of them, the way they came out and represented Rabun County and represented themselves.
Yeah, and Rabun County is one of those programs for years now with your dad before that. It's you know, you guys have a lot of respect for each other, that family feel, and just it's business, you know.
Yeah.
You go down the list like that, but I know that it's one of those things that the culture feels a lot the same, but every coach likes to put their own stamp on a program. So what are some of the little things that you maybe have done that are a little bit different?
Well, I think, anytime, whether my dad was still here or it was somebody else and you're a successful coach, I think you're always trying to find what can help your program grow.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly trying to find that little niche of what's going to get us better. I think a true coach, a coach who's competitive, who wants to win and wants to excel in everything he does, I think they have that drive. And so we're constantly, our coaching staff, myself, as off the wall as some things may be, we may look at it, and if it's worth doing to try and get us over the edge, then we're going to look at it and do it. And so we're constantly, to answer your question, we're constantly changing. It's hard to put, to name one thing or something we're doing a little different. I think, if you don't adapt and don't evolve, you're eventually going to, die out, so to speak. So we're constantly trying to evolve, trying to adapt, and continue to grow our brand.
Yeah, I think I echo the thoughts of everyone in the community. Is that when Jaybo became head coach, and then we learned that he's still going to be calling those plays on offense, we were all like, good, because it's not nothing was wrong with that. So let's keep going with that. I know it's not easy at all, but how much easier does it make your job to do that when you have a guy like a Gunnar Stockton and a Braxton Hicks and a Brody Gerard that are just ready to plug and play?
Yeah, anytime you have the number one quarterback in the country in his class, the credit goes to those players because they're the one doing it on Friday night, and they're the one that's getting coached and taking coaching. So the credit goes to those guys because they're the one performing. They make us coaches look good. And number one, being they're coachable and they can take hard coaching, they can take high expectations, they can handle pressure. I think that's the biggest thing. But it definitely does when you've got a guy like Gunnar and Braxton and Brody Gerard, Will Hightower, guys that's played a lot of football, Sam Adams, and then some of these younger sophomores coming in and stepping in some roles. They always, all we preach is energy and effort.
Yeah.
It's your job as a player to bring energy and effort. It's our job as coaches to coach and handle the rest of the stuff. So that's what we continue to preach is energy and effort. Let us handle all the outside noise and the coaching, and we'll have you ready to play.
Yeah, and that's what's amazing. This program the kids always just buy in because they believe what you guys are putting before them. But let's talk just a bit about that North Murray game. From my perspective, obviously I was never worried. Nobody was really worried. But to see Rabun behind early like that, just by a slim margin, you knew at some point it was going to click. But it was kind of exciting to see that from my perspective. Did you kind of feel the same, that struggle was kind of a good thing, to seeing how your team responded from it?
Well, we always want to start fast, and that's something that, we hang our hat on as far as an offense and defense and even special forces for us. We want to start fast, and we didn't do that against North Murray for whatever reason. We didn't come out ready to play, and so we had to battle some adversity early on, and I was really proud of the way we handled it. When you really look at it, we have 6-7 sophomores on offense starting for the first time, 4 of them up front. So being able to handle some adversity and just settle in and continue to play and continue to fight, continue to compete, I was really proud of the way we did that. And then, the way the defense, they're as solid as a rock, Coach Stockton and our defensive staff. They bailed the offense out with the pick 6 early in the game, and then it kind of snowballed for us from there as far as making plays and settling in. But to answer your question, yes, it was good to see us be able to handle some adversity and fight through it. we definitely wanted to start faster, and it's never a good thing to be, down early. But the way we handled it was definitely a positive.
Yeah,
And,
you'd rather it happen now than later. You kind of mentioned this. You got a lot of guys just starting up front. That's a big deal because that's where the battles are won. There in the trenches, as they say. So Will Hightower is that kind of outlier that he's been part of that. He was part of the championship team in 2017, but that was an area of focus coming into the year. How would you assess? Is it still too early to kind of say how those guys are doing there?
Well, I think the two teams that we've played so far, Bremen and North Murray, two playoff teams from a year ago, and the way we were able to run the football at times was really encouraging. And to see where those guys started back in February when we started some of our stuff to where they are now, they made huge strides. Really proud of them. They're buying into what Coach Maxwell and Coach White, our two offensive line coaches, are preaching, and it's really fun to see those sophomores just grow up before your eyes, and being thrown in the fire and being able to compete, and then having your Will Hightower, who's played a ton of football for us and has been in some big-time atmosphere, to kind of show those guys and lead those guys as well. So, yes, I'm really pleased with how we're progressing up front on both sides, offensive line and defensive line. We still have a long way to go, but we're stacking days on top of days, and that's all you can ask as a coach, for those guys to continue to bring energy and effort. And we're getting there.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but what it's unheard of for a program these days to have 5 straight region titles, and that's what Rabun County has, and still has that streak alive to maybe go 6 and maybe make a 5th straight quarterfinal or a deeper run. What would something like that mean to this program?
Well, that's our goal. Our 2 goals are to win the region and have a chance to play for it all in December and bring a state championship to Rabun County. Those 2 goals will never change. That's the expectation within our program. So that's our goal that we're chasing every year. That starts back in our February workouts and winter workouts and all that stuff. So obviously that would be amazing for Rabun County to be able to say that. And again, we play in a great region, and we've got some great coaches in this region, great teams, and it's a long road, but it's certainly the goal, and that's something we're shooting for.
Yeah, and taking it one game at a time. I know you guys always do. But want to ask you about the every year this team has a pretty cool motto they go by, and this year, from what I understand, it's called "Hold the Rope." Where did that originate from? What's the meaning behind it, and how have the guys kind of gathered around that?
It's kind of a mixture of when I was a player at the collegiate level, and some things that my past coaches talked about, whether it was Coach Johnson or Coach Monken, and then just kind of felt it matched this program. Hold the Rope stands for, I'm gonna hold on to that rope, whether it's in my personal life, in the schoolhouse, in our community, on the football field, and being a part of something bigger than yourself. We always say if a teammate was on the other end of that rope, how long are you going to hold it? Can you hold it, with your hands bleeding? And that's something that we preach to our guys, whether that's a life decision, whatever, a situation that you shouldn't be in. That's part of holding the rope, whether it's for Rabun County, for yourself, for your football team, for your family, and just representing yourself the right way. So that's kind of where what it means and what it means for our football program. We take it to heart, and everything we do, we're going to try and hold the rope for Rabun County. Yeah, and it shows because the guys play together as a unit. Real cohesive. So, Coach, thank you so much again for your time. I always appreciate it, man. Absolutely.
And looking forward to the rest of the season and what lies ahead.
Thanks for all you do for high school football, man. You're always welcome with us, and go Cats.
Go Cats.